I want to show you guys a clip here of Pramila Jayapal being pressed by Mehdi Hasan on their inability to get the Build Back Better bill passed, the reconciliation bill passed. Jayapal had recently gone on, not recently, months ago, had gone on Mehdi's show and insisted that their strategy of working inside was going to be successful, that they had assurances from the major players involved, Biden and Manchin, etc., and that their strategy was going to get this bill passed. She was very insistent about it, and huge credit to Mehdi for pressing her on that. He showed this clip of her and pressed her on it again, and quite frankly, I thought that Pramila's answer was absolutely terrible. So we're going to show you this clip, and then I'm going to dive into my view on her response. This is Pramila Jayapal on Mehdi Hasan's show trying to explain why their inside strategy didn't work.
Congresswoman, turning now to Biden's domestic agenda, he's obviously not been able to get as much of it passed as he wanted to, thanks to Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema, and the Senate filibuster. When we spoke, you and I, back in December, I asked you about the Build Back Better legislation, and you said this. Have a listen.
I do still believe that he is going to do what he told me and what he told our caucus and what he told the country he would do.
And if he doesn't?
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It will hurt everybody. Families
just to be clear, you're going to pass Build Back Better by December the 31st.
We are going to pass Build Back Better. I hope it is by December 31st. I think it will be.
But Build Back Better is now effectively dead, is it not, Congresswoman? It was declared dead on live TV by Joe Manchin just a few weeks ago.
It's painful, isn't it, to listen to that? I think that it is not dead in terms of some form. I still believe that that is possible. But obviously, we have run into a real roadblock here with one senator. And my belief is still that we can pass, particularly the pieces, I think, that we do have some agreement around: climate change investment, $500 billion, the healthcare investments potentially, and the care economy, some pieces of the care economy. We are going to continue to push for that. I know the president is still pushing for that, but obviously it is not it's not where we want it to be. And I think we are still hopeful that whatever you want to call it, whatever name it is, that we will still pass a significant piece of Build Back Better. It's just not on the timeline that I had hoped for. That's for sure.
I don't think these progressives have any idea how little faith their own base has in them at this point. I genuinely don't think that they have any idea. That was an opportunity for Pramila to say, I was wrong. I never should have trusted those people, and lesson learned, it will not happen again. That was an opportunity for her to say, you actually can trust me because I recognize my mistake. And instead, she doubled down. That's insane. And further capitulated to the corporate Democrats and the Republicans by saying, well, I still hope to get some of it past incrementalism. That is not what progressives were sent to DC to do. So what an absolutely embarrassing answer from Pramila Jayapal. What a horrific state of events that they allowed to occur by trusting Joe Biden, Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema, and others, by the way. You know, the John Testers of the world and the Chris Coons of the world, etc. So, you know, I wanted to play that clip because I think it indicates how little idea these progressives have about how little trust we have in them. That is exactly our big complaint. Whatever you think of the intention of these individual legislators, even if you think the very best of their intentions, they are weak and feckless, and they just demonstrated it again. They get pummeled, and they say, yes, please, I'll have another. There's no striking back. There's no hardball. There's no admission our strategy didn't work and we need to take a different approach. There's no, like, next time we have an opportunity to pass something, we won't make the same mistake. So thoroughly embarrassing answer there from Pramila. And I do want to shout out Mehdi Hasan for pressing her on that. That is, you know, I wish there was more of that in these platforms that a lot of people seem to watch. So just humiliating answer there, you guys. And you know, it was such an opportunity to be like, I know we fucked up. And instead she's like, let me double down. embarrassing, humiliating stuff. And I thought that kind of tied in nicely with the topics that we were talking with Sabrina about just a little bit ago. So shame on Pramila Jayapal for that one, you guys, and these progressives. I think my audience probably does know that I try to take a nuanced view on the progressive politicians, and you know what I mean. I try to give them credit when I think they're doing good things, and I condemn them when I think that they're being weak or taking a bad strategy or what have you. And in this case, that was an admission that they don't even understand why they failed here, and that's outrageous, you guys. A toddler could look at this and figure out why they failed here. So, you know, maybe she knows and she just felt like she had to double down. But in either case, that was an absolutely terrible answer from Pramila Jayapal. You know, and good on Mehdi Hasan for pressing her on it. So it goes to show you that what Sabrina was saying about, you know, the direct action is what drives change, and what Eric was saying earlier about we need to be in the streets driving this change, right? That even Obama and Bernie and people like that have acknowledged, like, you have to make me do this. So, you know, that's what we're going to have to do, you guys. That's what we're going to have to do. I wish that there were people that had the power to change this that were willing to. I really do. And you know, I'm not trying to impugn the intentions of all of these various progressive politicians, but I certainly am willing to look at the results and acknowledge where something has succeeded or failed. This failed miserably, and the Build Back Better bill was like, it wasn't some bastion of progressivism. It was a mildly progressive bill in some respects. It was nothing close to the kinds of structural changes that we need. And even that they couldn't get passed with a Democratic administration and Democrats controlling both houses, and they still don't understand why, as evidence from Pramila's response there.